Hello everyone, thanks for watching my latest video. This is a forecast for June. I'm doing this for the collective, and in order to make it easier for everyone to follow along, I'm breaking it down in the Zodiac star sign. But please try not to worry too much about whether you fit in that sign right now or whether it feels that you're more drawn towards a different one. Because sometimes, because we have the sun sign, we have the moon sign, we have the ascendant, and all those different things together, we sometimes don't feel the sign that we are naturally are. For example, if you're Leo, but you really don't feel the fire energy right now, but you're feeling much more the free Pisces energy, for example, then go with that. Don't hold yourself back on because it's not your natural sign or whatever. So go with that and really start feeling who you are again. Let's go with that. Let's actually make June the month where you start being who you are, not who you feel you should be. Let's get started. So, maybe the Aries energy, let's start with that. Put that in. So, I'll be putting 3 cards on for each sign, and then we just have to look afterwards where we are at in general with everyone. So let's see where we're going. Very interesting. Okay, so Aries energy this month is all about moving forward. It's all about really going for what is right, for what feels exciting to us as such, what feels special to us. And it's about finding ourselves again. It's about finding our true being again. Because over the last few years, you have lost a little bit of your spark. You have lost a little bit of your drive to move forward, which you being a fire sign, it's not good, is it? It's like you needed some wind behind your wings, behind your sails, but you didn't get that, and it's been very draining, it's been very tough, and this is telling me that there's a new beginning, that there's a new energy coming into your life, a new way of you feeling more balanced, more strong, and you just being yourself again. And this is really what we want to focus on for June. June, use this month to really say to yourself, okay, I have had a tough time, but I'm not letting that stop me. I'm not letting anything stop me anymore. Bring the Aries energy back out. Really go for what it is you want, because you deserve it. You deserve happiness. And the only one that's holding you now back is you yourself. Don't let it. Yes, you have had things that have happened that made it harder for you to really believe in what's going on, but use this time to really now stop listening to others and start listening to yourself again. You're not someone who listens to other people anyway, so why keep doing it? Stop it and really start being you again, being your own best self. Let's go for Taurus energy next. So, where are we going here? Oops, that's a jumper. Not all of them. Butterfingers today. Let's have a look. So what else are we getting here? This one is the one I want. And the top one. So, okay, that's very interesting. This is about you really starting to be freer again. You have been, because you're quite grounded energy anyway. You normally very good at keeping everything balanced, but over the last few months you have been very much in your head. You have been very much feeling that you can't really express what you want to do. You can't really fully open up to what you want to do. You can't really fully trust yourself, even in a way. That sounds really weird to say, but I do feel you have lost a little bit of trust in yourself, the trust in really feeling who you are. And this is now all about you moving forward. It's about you really starting to be back in control of your life. being more grounded again, but also letting some of that inner freedom come out, because you are a grounded, very grounding sign, and sometimes that means we hold ourselves back too much because we feel like we can't do this because of that, we can't do that because of this. Stop doing that. Stop trying to tell yourself what you can and can't do, and actually start really doing what you want to do. The only other thing I would say here is make sure you don't hold yourself to the standards you have been doing lately. How can I put it? You have tried over the last few months especially to be a person that you not necessarily are because you try to be better. You don't need to be better. You're perfect as you are. So try and get back to that feeling of knowing that you don't need to change. You're perfect as you are. Okay, let's go to Gemini next. You have had quite a rough time, you Geminis, and things haven't really been very good for you. So let's see where we're going with this, because I would like to see some major changes coming up here as we're looking at the cards. Let's see where we're going. Okay, in a way this is actually good. I know that a lot of people don't like this card, but this tells me that things are changing. Perfect. So, the card here, it's really is more about letting go of what no longer works. It's about letting go of all the negativity around you, and about really starting to say to yourself, I want to be happier again. I want to be freer again. I want to be more myself again. I want to be just in a place where I can just really relax and be in really be in a good place. That's the best way I can put it. There's some movement around you, and for me, this card here, coupled with this, tells me that there seems to be something to do with a kind of like move happening around you, or some kind of change in your environment, because this feels very much like a new beginning to me. All of it tells me we're getting into a new chapter of your life. Something bigger is happening, positive, just putting that out there. And you will find that it's about you being back in control of what it is you want. It's an amazing spread of cards for you, based on what I know already, how much you have gone through. And the fact that this card came up first, it really tells me that yes, things are changing. You are in a better place soon. It's about tasting life again. If you know the film, you know what I'm talking about. When it's about you getting a taste for what it is you have lost again, and being yourself again. You are great as you are. Stop trying to be someone else and really embrace the next chapter. It's a good looking chapter. So June is really a forward movement time for you, and don't hold yourself back. You don't need to. Let's see where we go next. Cancer energies. Let's have a look what we're getting here. Now, a lot of you have had quite a challenging time in general. Most of us people, most of us, we have gone through quite a challenging time with everything going on. But with the Cancer energies, excuse me, so sorry about that. A lot of you Cancer energies have had a few good months recently. Not all of you, but quite a few of you have had a lot of things starting to happen for you. So let's make sure that this stays like that and see where we're going. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. So, as I mentioned, you've had quite a lot of things that actually went your way, the Cancer energies. Excuse me. I was hoping my cold would be gone by now, but unfortunately it's still lingering. So here we go. But yeah, with your energy, it really is about making sure that you staying on top of what has gone on, because there have been quite a lot of changes around you, quite a lot of positive changes, but changes that need constant maintaining at the moment. So be very clear about what it is that you really want to achieve, where you want to go, and make sure that you're really holding yourself accountable for when things are going a certain way, the good and the bad. Because the thing is, you are naturally someone who looks at when things going wrong, you're happy to take accountability for it and blame yourself, but also do it for the good things. You forget that sometimes. Rest a little bit more at the moment because there has been already a lot of changes around you. Make sure you don't overdo it. Make sure you do actually step back sometimes and actually say to yourself, okay, I'm doing what I can and I'm in a good place generally, so I'll go with it. I allow myself to actually have some spare time, have some time for myself, have some time to really just relax. You need to relax more. But it looks very promising. Just really, like I said, rest is really very important for you right now. Leo energies, let's see where we're going here. So, Leo energies. Now, Leos are good at hiding their discomfort and when things are not going very well. So I know you have sometimes been saying things are okay when they're not. But let's see where we go. Very good. Now, as many of you know, the Wheel card, the Wheel of Fortune card, it really tells us that things are changing, that things are moving around in a different direction, and there will be, it usually indicates a positive change that is coming, that where things are starting to really come together, feel right, and be in a overall much better place. That coupled with those other two cards tells me, yes, you are actually now at a point where you can start relaxing, where you can start breathing again, where you can start feeling like, okay, I can start trusting again, because life hasn't really been very fair to you over the last, I would say, 18 months at least. Life has certainly not been very fair to you. And you're a fighter, you're getting knocked back and you keep coming back up and kind of say to yourself, okay, I can do this, I can keep going. And yes, you can, but it's tiring, isn't it? So there's some support coming in for you. It just looked to me that there's someone here who will be actually very good to be around, very important for you to have around. So do allow this to happen, because you're sometimes someone, well, not sometimes, you're very often someone who feels you have to deal with everything on your own. You feel you have to deal with everything on your own, do everything on your own. You don't. Sometimes it's okay to actually accept help from someone else, and this is important for you for this month. Let's now see where we're going with our Virgos. So, I love Virgo energy because it's so grounding. It's balanced generally. But it also has a energy of being more alive. The Virgo sign, to me, when I'm looking at it, is a lot of the time is a very alive energy, a very live sign. So let's see where we're going with this here. Come on. Okay. Yeah, that is very interesting. So we got two major cards. I always find that very interesting when more than one card comes up that's major, and it's also very fitting. Both of those ones are telling me that it's about withdrawing at the moment, of really not going full steam ahead, because I feel for you something at the moment is changing. You're starting to feel different about a lot of things, about a lot of people, and about where you're at in your life. You have two options. You can keep going and then later on potentially having to go back and redo certain things, or you actually take some time right now to stop what is happening and stop yourself moving in a certain direction, and actually just looking at what it is that is actually important for you right now and where you actually want to be, and go with that. And that's what I'm really finding very important to you, to really start being in a place where you feel happier, stronger, and overall better about yourself again. So take some time out right now. It's one of the few times when I will say, don't do anything right now, and actually step back and allow things to unfold first, rather than you trying to make them happen. Let them happen. Again, that's, like I said, it's not something I would normally advise because it's normally not the right path. But for you, this is right now. What you need to do: step back, let things happen naturally, and don't really focus on what it is you don't want, but allow what you do want to come into your life. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. What I'm trying to say is, don't make things happen, allow them to happen for you for once. So let's see where we're going next. Libra. Now, out of all the star signs, you have really had a rough ride over the last few months. Actually, for longer than that. But things have really been very up and down for you. If you think about it, it's like a scale, and you basically have been very true to your sign lately with the up and down, but it's been very unbalanced. Your life has not been in balance for a while, and things have been very challenging. So let's see where we're going in June. Let's hope things are actually starting to come together in a more positive way. So where are we going? Well, let's see further. I mean, I would normally in a normal reading just leave it as that already, but let's see where we go. Okay, well. Okay. Honestly, I couldn't ask for better things. This tells me you are on the right track to really finding the love and the happiness you deserve and you want. It also tells me that things that have been really challenging and bad are starting to dissolve, and you're being in a much better, stronger place. I really can't say an awful lot more other than this feels good, this feels exciting. If that was my set of cards, I would be excited right now, because I know, yes, things are coming together that I have been wanting to come together for such a long time, and nothing seems to really come together. Now it's looking right. Now this is telling me, yeah, if you're looking for love, this is the month when love comes your way. If you're with someone and things are a bit up and down, this is the month when things will start coming together. This is very much, to me, the card, all of the cards together with the sun card is really telling me love, happiness, sunshine. That's really all I can say. You have had such a rough ride over the last few months. This is now your reward for sticking with it, for staying positive. And it looks amazing. I mean, I can't say more than that. It looks like an amazing time coming up. Like I said, if you are looking for finding a life partner, or if things are a bit challenging at the moment, excuse me, with your significant other, this is now the month when things will start coming together in a much more positive, stronger way. Fantastic. So, Scorpio. Let's see where we're going with this Scorpion energy. So, where are we going? Okay, this feels right. Okay, interesting. Now, what I'm getting here from the cards, and also I know from a lot of Scorpion energies that I've been working with, excuse me, that you sometimes have this energy within yourself that you don't really like sharing things. What I mean is, a bit like when we looked at the Leo energy before, who are very good at holding things in and not really admitting when they're struggling. You sometimes have the tendency of not even acknowledging it to yourself. you're struggling and you're keeping it in and you're not even acknowledging that you're struggling. And this is what I'm getting here. So I'm getting here a new beginning. I'm getting here in a challenging time coming up, but a challenging time that will bring with it a very positive overall feel. So embrace the challenges, embrace the hurt that will come with it, but also open up and be honest. You need to start trusting that you feeling a certain way, it's not a weakness. You opening up is not a weakness. You accepting help from someone else is not a weakness. You are stronger than you trust you to be, but you sometimes have to ask for help, and this is what I'm getting here. It's about you allowing help coming into your life and you embracing it, because you sometimes find it very hard to kind of like let anyone else in because you can deal with it yourself, and rather than actually admitting to yourself that sometimes you can't, you just keep going because you feel that's the right thing to do. So use June to really embrace letting someone in and helping you. So let's see, Sagittarius. So where are we going with our Sagittarius? Interesting. Okay. Interesting, good. So, this is about, I mean, if you look at it, it's all about light in a way, isn't it? It's about finding the key to your inner light again. And this is what I'm feeling here for you. It's important to start finding that there is a light in you. And over the last however long, this light has dimmed a little bit. This is now a month for you to really start saying to yourself, you know what? I deserve having my light shine again. Use this month to really bring out the inner you again, the inner strength that is you. I'm not really going into an awful lot more because this is what is important. I can go round other subjects, but the truth is that you really need to start bringing your light back. You need to start finding who you are again. You need to start trusting that you have this big strength in you and this light in you, and it's been dimmed by so many other people around you. But bring it back. Start really trusting it again. It's really like a key unlocking your inner self again. It's about you really starting to feel, you know what? I can actually make things happen. I can be special. I can have what I want, and really go for it. Go for it, trust it, and you will find that there's so much amazing stuff coming your way still. This is a month for you to really, like I said, unlock your inner light again. Let your inner child come out, let your inner vibrations shine through, and you will find things are looking amazing over the next 3 months. So start trusting. That's all I can say. Capricorn. So we're going here with Capricorn energies. Oops. So let's start with this. Interesting, yeah, you do need to rest more, definitely. Your energy is all over the place. That's a very good one. Fantastic. Okay. Basically, the best way I can put it is, this is a case of balance, of belief, of trust, and of support. This is the key points for you this month. It's about get balance back in your life. You're working too hard, you're trying to do too many things. Get balance back and actually start knowing that just because you sleep in one day doesn't mean that the whole rest of the week is going to be a disaster. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're holding yourself to a standard where you're trying to be perfect, you're trying to do everything the right way all the time, and when you don't, you feel like, okay, I might as well leave it this month and this week. I start fresh next week. For example, you want to to do certain things on Monday, and for some reason it doesn't happen. And then you can say to yourself, okay, I start next Monday. No, start today. Still do it. Still do what you wanted to do. Yes, it might not be as perfect as you had it in your mind, but it doesn't matter. It's progress in the right direction. This is all about progress for you. This is a very progressive month, and actually next few months coming ahead that are all about progress, all about you moving forward into the right direction, step by step by step. It's like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Your life is not going to change from how it has been to how you want it to be overnight. It takes time. Allow yourself this time and pat yourself on the back when you know that you've done something well. Not in an arrogant way, you're not an arrogant person anyway, but just in a way of saying to yourself, you know what, I did well. And we need that. We need to sometimes say to ourselves, yes, I actually done really well. I deserve to actually feel good about that. So use this month to really trust in that. So, Aquarius energies. Let's have a look. So where are we going with Aquarius? So, interesting. I didn't expect to see that card. That's very interesting. Okay, good. So this is actually telling me two things. It tells me that you are definitely ready to start a new chapter and make things happen, to really start embracing your desires, your needs, your wants. But I'm also seeing here the mental holding back as such, where you just keep saying to yourself like, yeah, I want to do this, but I can't really because X, Y, and Z. And truth is, you can, but sometimes it's so hard to really fully embrace these kind of things. So use the next month to really start looking at what it is you want to do. For example, if you want to travel, let's just go with that. You want to travel, for example, or let's say you want to move home, and you then say to yourself, okay, I would really like to do this, but I can't do this because of this, or of that, or of this. And what happens is then before you get to that point, you're already drained out of all energy, of all kind of like get-go, and you end up not doing any of what you wanted to do, purely because you just feel like, what's the point? It's going to go and not going to go my way or whatever. And this is what I'm getting here as well. It's about you starting to feel like, oh yeah, I really want to actually move forward. I want to get somewhere, but ... And the thing to really do is to stop the but. Stop the, I want to do this, but no, let's have no but there. Let's just like, I want to do this and I make it happen. And this is really what this month is about, to really say to yourself, yeah, I will move forward. I will have what I want. And you know what? It will be great. And it will be. So use this month to really say to yourself, I can do it. I'm making the changes now I want, and I'm going forward. The Fool card here, it really is about a new beginning, a new chapter. Don't let the others hold you back, okay? And last but not least, our lovely Pisces. I always love connecting with Pisces energies. I said that before, but I really do, because there's something usually so joyous about the Pisces energy. But like with a lot of other signs, they do have their dark side as such, because they're sometimes good at hiding things. They're good at hiding that when they're feeling upset, because they don't want to upset anyone else. And I know you, Pisces, when you do that, you do it for the right reason, you do it for the right, from the heart, but try not to hold your own self back because of wanting to be nice to someone else. Okay, so let's see where we're going here. Yeah, that really explains a lot. There we go. So Pisces energy, as I said before, you have the tendency of holding back, of not always being very, excuse me, I really was hoping that the cold would be gone by now, but yeah, like I said, here we go. But yeah, do try and be who you genuinely are. Don't try to be the person you feel you should be. Don't try to be the person you feel it's expected from you. Like I said, we all know. So sorry. We all know that Pisces have generally a very, very joyful energy around them, and on some level we expect you to. We expect you to give us, excuse me, the light in darker days, and it's a lot of pressure that's being put on you to always being this joyous, joyful person. Try to actually be, try to not do that anymore. Try to cater to someone else's needs or whatever. Do what feels right for you. Sometimes even the, excuse me, even the happiest Pisces energy gets to the point where it just needs to have a hug yourself. You just need to kind of feel like someone else there supporting you. You can't always be supporting everyone else. And this is what this is telling me. It's about you starting to say to yourself, you know what? I love my life, but I can't keep always being there for everyone else and always cheering everyone else up. I need to be myself. Now, if you noticed, the coughing has actually been pretty good throughout the reading. As I'm now linking in with your energy, with your Pisces energy, my throat is closing up, and that tells me we are connecting with people who find it hard sometimes to speak their truth. And I'm not saying any Pisces I'm not saying that like you're a liar or whatever as your Pisces energies. I'm not saying try and actually be really truthful with what it is you want. You cannot keep being there for everyone else. Speak your truth, say what you want to say, and you will actually start feeling strong again. As I'm saying that, my throat is starting to clear up again a bit. It tells me that this is important for you. Listen to this. Listen to the fact that if you want to be happy, say no sometimes. If you want to do certain things, ask for it. Don't hold back. Don't say like, because what happens quite often, and I'm going into slightly more detail, but what happens so often is you want to do certain things, for example, and you're holding yourself back from saying what you want to do because you don't want to offend someone. You don't want to kind of like make someone feel a certain way, and therefore you end up feeling unhappy and not really getting what you want. Do start saying more of what you want and actually really believe in what it is you want and deserve. So that's a good message for you to really stop being there for everyone else, start being there for yourself. So let's put a few cards down just to wrap it up for the whole collective. Not star sign based, not anything based, just to see anything else coming out. And this one wants to come out. So let's, well, interesting that came out again. That's interesting. So this is really a month about strength. It's a month about you starting to feel back in control. You starting to feel on the right path, and you're really going for what it is you want. Don't hold back this month. Really use this June month to start seeing results for yourself. Go for things that you want to go. Do things that you have been putting on for so long. The weather's starting to get nicer. Do get out. Do connect with nature more, because you do feel sometimes so trapped. I mean, we are indoors so long anyway. Make sure you spend time outside. Make sure you really go for what it is you want. See if there's anything else. Yeah, I mean, it's really is all about, this is actually, I would say, from all the different star signs we looked at, this really feels like a month where the love energy is very strong, it's very potent, and it's very much about you really starting to see things moving in the right direction, especially on the love front. There is a certain amount of abundance coming your way. So that all feels very good. But the main thing is really to start trusting and believing in yourself again. This is really a month for you to put your focus on trust, on belief, and on your own inner strength. And I shall leave it at that. And I hope that has helped a little bit. Hopefully see you again next month, and have a great June. Thank you.